Look at this beautiful cornbread. It's soft, sweet, moist, and delicious. So stick around because that's what we're going to be making on Cooking with Tovia. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a soft, sweet, fluffy cornbread. This was a request that I received from Victoria Paxton, so I figured I'd go ahead and make this recipe. This recipe reminds me a lot of Jiffy Cornbread. If you're not familiar with Jiffy Cornbread is a prepackaged cornbread mix that is sold here in America, and you just throw in an egg and some water or milk and you bake it. It's soft and sweet and buttery. So we're going to be doing a recipe that's a rendition of that. You'll find all the ingredients you'll need for today's demonstration throughout the video. Before I begin with today's tutorial, I ask you guys to please subscribe. And when you subscribe, select the bell and all notifications so you'll be notified of my uploads and live events. In a bowl, begin by adding a half a cup of yellow cornmeal, 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour, a quarter cup of sugar, quarter teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Now whisk the dry ingredients together. Now add 1 egg, 2/3 cup of whole milk. You can use 2% milk or buttermilk as well. 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use whatever type of oil. I'm just using some old oil that I fried chicken in. Whisk all the ingredients until it's smooth. Here I have a pan that I preheated in my oven, and while the pan was preheating, I put in 5 tablespoons of butter and I allowed the butter to melt in the pan. So we pull the pan from the oven and we're going to pour the cornbread into the center of the butter, so that way the butter can begin to create a crust on the outside of the cornbread. I'm using an 8x8 cornbread pan here. So now we're going to place this into the preheated 350 degree Fahrenheit oven, and we are going to allow this to bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. So my cornbread is done. It's been in there for exactly 20 minutes. It's beautiful golden brown on top. I'm going to just slice it into reasonable size pieces. And you see it didn't stick because of the butter. So while my cornbread baked, I just took some room temperature butter and I mixed it with some honey. So I took 2 tablespoons of butter and I mixed it with about 3 tablespoons of honey. And I'm just going to spread it across this cornbread while it's piping hot. I do it after it's sliced, so that way those nice melted honey butter can just go down in between the cracks that we created for each slice. It's going to be nice and buttery and sweet. I'm going to pull out a piece. So look at this cornbread. It's nice and buttery. I'm going to use a fork to scoop out that first piece. It should just come right out. And look at how buttery that is. Patience. So look at the beautiful crumb of this cornbread. I love the crumb. It's nice and moist. It's not dry. You can see how that honey butter started to soak through the top of the cornbread. Nice, beautiful golden exterior, as you see here. I'm gonna give it a bite. It's so delicious. It's so easy to make and absolutely rewarding. This tastes better than Jiffy Cornbread. So there you have it, how to make delicious cornbread that's sweet, buttery, soft. Kind of reminds you of Jiffy Cornbread, but better. Please remember to live and be well, and let's do what we can to love each other. Thank you so much for watching and supporting.